Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today.
My car, I was in a shopping mall, and I'm unstable off my bipolar. I was unstable off my bipolar disorder medication. I broke into my own car. My car was towed to the tow facility. The tow facility auctioned it off because I was in jail. When the police came, I got scared and I ran. Was in jail for about 83 days. And while I was in jail, the tow company sold the car for $21,000. It was worth $41,000. I shouldn't have bought the car to begin with. They shouldn't have sold the car to begin with, at Honda Acura. And they ended up selling the car at the tow company in an auction, and then got about $21,000 for it. And there's a balance of $20,945. And then Honda Acura sold the debt to a creditor. And I was just wondering if I should pay the creditor or just there's a repossession on the record already, so I'm not sure what to do.
Wow. Okay, well, I need to help you reframe your story, okay? The tow company didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, they didn't.
They sold a car that had been sitting on their lot for 83 days in order to cover the tow bill and the storage bill. And so Honda, you owed Honda $41,000?
Yeah, I bought the car, and I guess it's a matter if I say this or not. I was unstable when I bought the car. They said I was a truck driver or something like that when I was an Uber driver to get the loan. I signed off the car because I was unstable. Sold me the car for $41,000. Couldn't afford a $900 a month payment.
Okay, but I'm trying to just get the hold on. I'm just trying to get the numbers straight, honey. So you have $41,000 owed on the car. The tow company sold it for $21,000. How did they give clear title to it if the loan hadn't been paid off? That's interesting.
I'm not sure.
I don't know how Florida law works. I can't imagine that if the car didn't at least pay off the lien. Well, anyway, I don't know how they got title, but that's a different issue. So bottom line is that they put $20-something thousand towards the debt, and you still owe $20-something thousand on a car that was in a weird way sort of repoed, right?
Yeah, they did this. They just sent me a letter saying I could settle for $8,300.
There you go.
Payments of $5,200.
There you go. Do you have any money?
I don't have any money till November. I have a settlement check coming in for $5,700 in November. I could probably settle with them then.
Okay.
I should do that.
Yeah, you're going to have to clear the debt. It is a valid debt, and typically a repo debt you can clear for somewhere around a quarter on the dollar. And so the $20,000 balance, you probably can clear it for around $5,000. $8,000 was their first offer. You could probably get them down to $5,000, but you don't have $5,000 today, so you can't really make them a counter offer today. What you could do is just ignore them and let them get a little bit more sweaty before you have to deal with them. That's not a bad thing. Eventually, they're going to get around to suing you for that. Are you working?
For the first time in my life, I'm not working now. I 6 months out of work. I went off my psychiatric drugs right before I sold my condo 4 years ago, and I came into $72,000 and went through 4 years of hell until I finally realized in the last 3 weeks, I'm fresh out of the hospital 2 weeks ago.
So you're out of the hospital 2 weeks ago now?
Pretty much, yeah.
Are you stable? Are you back on the meds?
Yeah, I'm back on the meds now. I take lithium and one other drug, but I'm a little shaky right now, but I'm stable. Still working through things. But yeah, at 14 years old, I started a vending company, had that for 10 years, and then worked in pizza delivery for about another 10 years or so. So it's been a rough ride. I believe I saw Jesus Christ in the hospital in Tampa after I was going 45, 55 miles an hour. I fell asleep at the wheel. I prayed to God in Jesus' name to stop my car in the middle of traffic. I prayed to him to help me. And I was going 45, 55 miles an hour in Sarasota. He stopped my car in the middle of traffic. I had cars in front of me, cars beside of me, and I scratched my body nowhere but I deployed. Yeah. And only $700 some dollars in Tampa Hospital.
Colin, the first thing before we worry about healing your numbers, healing your math and your finances, is for Colin to get healing. Okay?
Yeah.
And so whatever work you just did at the hospital and whatever work you've got to do to finish stabilizing your meds to get there. That keeps you, if you can get there and stay there, it keeps you from falling into the traps of buying things, of getting things stored, getting in jail. It keeps you out of all those traps because all those things set all your financial numbers back, hon. It makes it real tough. And so almost everything you're having to clean up is the result of you being sideways, right? And so if we can if you can focus on Colin, focus on what your therapist is saying, get those drugs balanced, and getting them balanced is a trick, you know that, and getting them right to where you have enough energy to live, but you're also not completely freaking manic, which you sound a little bit right now like you are. But I want you to work on healing Colin, and then as you do that, you'll be able to get and hold a job of some kind to create an income, and then you can settle this repossession deficit for somewhere around 25 cents on the dollar. So $5,000 will clean this particular mess up, but you will have 7 other messes if Colin doesn't find healing.
Yeah.
And so, man, we'll be praying for you, brother. Sounds like you've really been through it. And I want you to get stable and get straight and narrow, and for your sake, and just find some peace and find some ground you can walk on that's solid.
And another tactical piece of this is adding some stop gaps in there, like freezing your credit with all the bureaus so that you can't open debt. Because right now, it could just take one little slip up and you open a new line of credit, got another loan. And like you found out, these dealerships, these lenders, they don't care. They'll do whatever it takes to get you another loan. And so put some stop gaps in place to help protect yourself.
Wow.
But that's scary.
Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.